The Adventures of Batman and Robin is an animated television series produced by Filmation Studios and broadcast on the CBS network from 1968 to 1969. These Batman features would air as part of the Batman-Superman Hour alongside the third season of The New Adventures of Superman. Each episode would feature Batman, the Caped Crusader, and his teenage sidekick Robin the Boy Wonder, defending Gotham City from supervillains popularized by the live-action TV series and feature film. The Joker, Penguin, Riddler, Catwoman, Mr. Freeze, and the Mad Hatter were all on hand to provide challenges to the Dark Knight Detective and the Boy Wonder. Also on hand in the fight for justice were the dynamic duo's faithful butler, Alfred, along with Commissioner Gordon and his daughter Barbara, who would moonlight as the costume adventurer Batgirl.
Take this Bat Filly to the car! I have plans for her!
Character actor Olin Soule and radio personality Casey Kasem were the vocal talents behind Batman and Robin in this Saturday morning animated series.
The Mad Hatter knows we won't plow through that sea of bunnies.
Soule would go on to play Batman in a variety of Super Friends series.
It would seem so. But Robin, there's always the unexpected. Something no one anticipates.
Even when Adam West would reprise his role as the Dark Knight Detective on the follow-up legendary Superpowers show, Soule still contributed to the series as the voice of Professor Martin Steen, one half of the equation of the mentor character who merged with Ronald Raymond to form the teen hero.
Firestorm! There's no time to lose. I'm on my way, Professor.
Kasem has practically made a career out of providing the voice of Robin the Boy Wonder on every incarnation of the Super Friends, along with providing the vocals for Shaggy of Scooby-Doo fame.
Huh? Yeah, like, huh?
But Transformers fans may affectionately remember him as Cliffjumper.
I'm going too. I want to boot some Decepticon right in his turbocharger.
Easy, Cliffjumper.
Blue Streak.
Gangway! Surf's up! And I'm talking up!
Or my personal favorite, Dr. Arkeville.
And how do you propose I get there? On my roller skates?
Tweedledum and Tweedledee, also known as Dumfrey and Deaver Tweed, are a pair of cousins that look so much alike they're often mistaken for identical twins. In this animated series, they logically serve as henchmen in the Mad Hatter's gang of crooks. First appearing within the pages of Detective Comics issue 74 in 1943, the cousins would go on to actually serve as the Joker's henchmen in the miniseries World's Finest. In Detective Comics issue 799, Dumfrey Tweed is shot and killed during the War Games storyline, and by Detective Comics issue 841, Deaver's twin brother, Dumpson, serves as the new Tweedledum, where they attempt to overthrow the Mad Hatter as the new leaders of the Wonderland Gang. The pair can also be seen in various episodes of The Batman, Brave and the Bold.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum!
Another Batman nemesis from the comics that never actually appears in the Adam West series, but does appear in the Filmation cartoons, is the Scarecrow.
Get him! Hunt them down!
The Scarecrow is psychiatrist Dr. Jonathan Crane, and would make his debut appearance in the year 1941 inside the pages of World's Finest Comics issue number 3. The Scarecrow, Master of Fear, was created by Bill Finger and Bob Kane and uses his phobia-inducing gases on the dynamic duo and the citizens of Fair Gotham. The Scarecrow would go on to serve as a member of the Legion of Doom in the series Challenge of the Super Friends, and would return to plague the Dark Knight in the Superpowers Galactic Guardians episode, The Fear. On Batman, the animated series, the Scarecrow went through a multitude of different character designs and can be seen in a small cameo in Batman Brave and the Bold, and also appeared as one of the key villains in the feature film Batman Begins.
What's gonna hurt you?
Of course they are.
Crane?
No, Scarecrow.
Other Filmation-created adversaries include the Judge, who is not to be confused with the alias Two-Face uses on Batman the Animated Series.
Aren't you the...
Yes, Mr. Wayne. A present for you, sir.
electricity.
Simon the Pie Man, who goes on to make a brief cameo among the Z-list Batman foes at the Villain Bar in Batman Brave and the Bold.
Now Simon the Pieman is the kingpin of crime.
Your entertainment value alone will justify your presence.
And the Doll Man, who reminds me of the Fantastic Four's Puppet Master, which was also a character from Detective Comics, and the Doll Maker, who had a similar modus operandi in the legendary Superpowers show.
I have just begun to fight.
I think by this point in time, the Filmation guys had been doing the DC superheroes long enough that Batman had gotten some of the best treatment. They knew which villains were popular from the live-action series and gave focus to them accordingly, and the animation style by this point had been fairly perfected. I'm probably a little biased towards this series because I watched it a lot while growing up, and probably wore out the VHS tape labeled Superpowers at the local video rental store when I was a kid. However, I must say after watching TV Funhouse's ambiguously gay duo sketches, it makes me see the show in a completely different light.
Now will you tell me where we're rushing to? Excuse me, Mr. Wayne. It's the hotline.
Thank you, Alfred. Yes, Commissioner Gordon. Now, suppose they switch styles, Robin.
Impossible. How? Then we'd be switcheroo. When I say you'll get a thrashing, I don't mean a spanking.
Now I'm sure. To the back closet.
Have you no respect for...
A large and gay crowd enjoys a charity bazaar. The secret Bat Closet.
Thanks. Think we can take all these guys?
In the stands, millionaire Bruce Wayne and his ward Dick Grayson look at one another, deeply concerned. Dick? I'm with you, chum. Let's stake out. Here.
You okay, Sir Batman?
Aye, Squire Robin. Got a bit of a tummy ache, that's all.
Batman got on my nerves. He was running me amok. He ridiculed me, calling me a bum. I whooped Batman's ass. 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 Batman thought he was bad. He was a fucking asshole in the first place. He got knocked to the floor. I whooped Batman's ass. 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 Batman beat the hell out of me and knocked me to the floor. I got back up and knocked him to the floor. He was being such a jagoff. I whooped Batman's ass! 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 Rock over London, rock on Chicago. Wheaties, represent champions.
Electricity? Ah!